thought I'd give a little bit of an overview of my maiden flight with my new UMX Air Tractor. This is my third, I think, UMX airplane, and it's pretty cool, I gotta say. I've had a lot of skepticism around the UMXs at first because the first UMX that I got was the Twin Otter, and to be honest, the Twin Otter is probably one of the worst UMXs out there, so it kind of tainted my initial impressions of it. But as you can see here, the first flight got off the ground just fine. I need to hone my landings just a little bit, but in general, these are really easy to set up. There's profiles for them on the Spectrum controllers. It takes about a half an hour to get it set up the way that I want it to.
It's really nice.
I.e. things like the dual rates, the switches, the audio events, the throttle cut, which actually is already set on it. Just making sure that everything is set how I expect and that I get the audio callouts that I expect when I fly the plane. So in this case, again, really easy to set up, really easy to get flying with. I actually had to kind of double check that I was actually in AS3X mode and not safe mode a couple times at first because it was flying so stable and it was kind of self-leveling so much that I thought that it was in safe mode. And it turns out that I think the dihedral on the wings is just good enough that it's a really positively stable airplane in every sense of the term, that it wants to fly straight and level no matter what you do with it, which is great because the UMX Twin Otter is not like that at all. It's super squirrely, and I feel like that plane you almost want to fly in safe mode, even though I hate safe mode.
It's really nice.
You can see here it's buzzing right by. It's got some great speed, but you get those flaps down, and it will also go real slow. I have to say that it floats real well. The airfoil on it is great. It actually flies like you would expect a plane to. It stalls very gently as well. But it does float. Even when you put those flaps in, you have to get it nice and slow, and then you can modulate that throttle up and down just to get the landing spot nailed exactly how you want. But really quick to get off the ground. I'm flying on 3S packs here. 2S is also compatible, but
slow too.
in pretty much all my experience, if it says a 2S or a 3S or a 3S or a 4S, I'm always just going to fly in the higher number because I want to have the available performance. It's kind of like my opinion on dual rates. Like, there are people that fly on lower rates. I am not one of those people. I tend to fly on 100% or higher every time, and if I need to dial back the responsiveness of it, I do that with the Expo and not the dual rates. To me, I don't see the appeal of setting my dual rates to 50% or 70% and then running out of throw just when I need it to get myself out of a bind or something. So, maybe that's just, having had a little bit of experience with these planes at this point, I'd much rather have the control and not need it than need it and not have it. So as you can see, it flies real slow when I want it to, and then I put those flaps back up and it does all sorts of crazy aerobatics, and it's fast too. So it's got the kind of locked-in feel that you would hope it would have with AS3X. That you don't. It's not for granted in other airplanes, but so far I've really liked flying this today. I've probably spent about an hour flying it in total, and feels very natural. There's nothing crazy spectacular about it. It's not like the UMX Conscendo where you can just fly for 15 or 20 minutes on a single 3S battery. But it is better than the Twin Otter in every way that I can think of so far. And as you can see here at the end, I'm checking my battery voltages. I have a Siri shortcut set up to show me a battery chart so I can see what those voltages correlate to in percentages. And I was getting a solid 10-12 minutes of flight time out of a single 3S battery. So that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you on the next one. Thanks.
Pretty good. Pretty good. No reverse thrust. That was beautiful.
Flaps up. Flaps up.
I don't know how close I came to those trees, and I don't think I want to know. Beautiful.
Throttle. Flaps up. Throttle cut on.